Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to answer this question that I got here and give you guys some suggestion. Like if you guys are not getting increase on your credit cards, let me show you exactly what you need to do to be able to get these increases. So um, someone said that they had the Michelin credit card for 3 years and they never received a credit increase. Capital One and Navy Fed had given her several increases over the years. So if you guys have credit cards and you're not receiving increases, what you need to do is you need to look and see the reasoning why. When you guys, if they deny you for an increase, they'll tell you exactly why. You know how you apply for a credit card, they're saying that deny you in the mail. You guys need to read it. Now, I asked for an increase on one of my credit cards, and one of them said it was a lack of me having a secured mortgage loan, which means I don't have a mortgage on my credit report. And that's a negative. That's a negative for them. So that I guess they're thinking you don't have the assets for us to give you another increase. So that could be a reason, but it can be other things. And what I want you to do is I want you to look and see what your utilization is looking like. Can you see how much this has increased? And this was based off of just really paying off credit cards and deleting accounts. In June 2017 is at 430. It went all the way up to October to 671. But I just did a screenshot just to show you guys this here so that you guys can see like how their stuff went up. Now you have to understand that their stuff went up even more. It went up even more than this. So I suggest that you guys just pay down some of your credit cards because a lot of times you guys are asking for increases and you have a lot of credit cards that have a very high balance. If you have a very high balance in your credit cards, nobody want to give you an increase. Would you give somebody an increase if they already maxed out their credit cards or they have a high balance? Would you personally give them increase? You wouldn't if you knew better. So please make sure you guys are paying off these credit cards, then asking for an increase. And if you want to double back and use those credit cards, that's fine. But make sure you ask for an increase as soon as you pay off the credit cards and then report to the credit bureaus. Because if you're not doing that, then you're not going to be able to get your increase. Now, some people are just stuck on certain credit cards. So, if, for instance, they said that Michelin will not give them an increase. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Michelin is just one credit card out of so many different credit cards. So if you guys check right here, pre-qualified for no hard inquiry, you guys have so many different options on credit cards. I remember I used to be loyal to certain credit cards. Like I want to get this credit card, I want to get that credit card. I still have a sense of I want to get certain credit cards, but I usually just go for the credit cards that don't have an annual fee and that will give me credit. Now I wanted certain credit cards like 0% APR because of, what I'm trying to do right now. But when I was trying to just get credit cards, some people don't care about none of that. They just want to get credit cards to build their credit. They want credit cards just to have additional credit cards too. They want higher limits. Check out so many other credit cards that's on here because some of these credit cards, they'll approve you. Plus, they'll tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. You don't have to wait on that one credit card to give you an increase. Some people just want to have 2 or 3 credit cards in their wallet and they need to just find a new credit card and get rid of the old one that they have in a few years if that credit card is not doing what they want them to do. They want the credit card to do, like Discover. Discover is a great one. Discover will give you increases. Discover would allow you to pre-qualify with no hard inquiry. They don't have an annual fee. They have multiple credit cards that you guys can check out. And you guys, they have rewards all the way down to their secure credit card. So if you don't have Discover, you're mad that another credit card is not giving you increases. Just get another credit card because to me, that's an instant increase. You have another credit card and hopefully, this credit card will give you some great rewards compared to the other one that you had. Also, Apple, I asked for an increase on my Apple. Apple gave me an increase. So I definitely suggested they doubled my limit. What they gave me initially, they doubled it with my increase. So I definitely suggest that you guys check out Apple because Apple does give out increases. Another one, Navy Federal. This is the secure one, but my Navy Federal, they gave me increases multiple times. So definitely check out Navy Federal. It could be great for you all. That's another discover it. So check out other credit cards that give out increases. You guys don't just be stuck on that credit card. Y'all ever have like y'all was ever dealing with somebody in like a relationship, and then y'all realize like y'all wasn't asking for too much, y'all just asking the wrong person. The same thing, y'all need to replace, just like you replace that person, you need to replace your credit card. So this is another discover credit card. You probably just need to move who you're getting credit cards from. And if you try to apply for these other credit cards and they're not giving you any approvals, that means that something is wrong with your credit and you need to fix it. But if your credit is decent, you're asking these companies like you guys, Capital One, for an increase, and they're saying no. Capital One, when I had accounts with them, they gave me multiple increases, and I had personal and business accounts with Capital One, and I was able to get increases. But if they're not giving you increases, then you need to move around and get you an account that will give you increases. But the number one thing is just make sure you don't have a balance on your other credit cards before you try to get additional credit cards with other companies. If you have a balance, you're not going to most likely get approved for new credit cards. Plus, they're not going to want to increase your limit. Why would they want to increase your limit? All they think that you're going to do is max them out. Credit One Bank is an option for a lot of people, but check the annual fee. If they have a high annual fee, then you need to leave them alone. But Credit One Bank, they give out increases, which is surprising, but they do give out increases. Plus, they bankruptcy friendly. It's another Discover card. Capital One give out increases though. Personally seen those. Um, Wayfair, I have Wayfair, but I don't use it. I don't use that card. But you want to get more credit, just go ahead and apply for some more credit cards because they'll give you more credit. Now, understand Wayfair, they do have a store card and then they do have the MasterCard. So I was able to get that MasterCard, but I don't use it because you got to think about it. I have other cards that have rewards. So this one right here is only going to give me special things for Wayfair, and I don't care about none of that. I want cash back rewards. So this Wayfair is just there. It's there as like cushion. If I was to use too much of my other credit cards, it can kind of help with my utilization, and that's why I got it. But you can definitely check out Wayfair's with Citibank, and it can help you to get in the system too. Once you get credit cards through, like say if you try to get through Citi and Citi don't want to let you in, get another credit card like this Wayfair right here, and you can start being circulated within the system of Citibank. And then when you go and apply for another Citi credit card, they'll probably give it to you. You know, I had to do that with American Express too. So that's why I know that. Because at first I couldn't get my American Express card, but once I got in their system, I was able to get it. Walgreens. So Walgreens is with Synchrony Bank. Walgreens, my Walgreens credit card, they will not give me an increase, but I have a Lowe's credit card. Lowe's gave me an increase. They gave me like 5 times my limit. They increased it a lot. But Walgreens wouldn't give me an increase. But I'm guessing too, because Lowe's is a store card and Walgreens is an actual like MasterCard. That could be the reason. I don't know, but I'm just throwing it out there. So you guys can have some options like, okay, well, she can get an increase with that. Maybe I can too. Let me apply for that card. And all of these credit cards that I'm showing you, you can pre-qualify for these credit cards without a hard inquiry. You can also check out the NASA credit cards because you can pre-qualify for those without a hard inquiry. Mission Lane, I made a video about my Mission Lane card. I want to test it out. I really didn't want Mission Lane because I had better cards than Mission Lane. I really didn't want it, but I always tell people to get it because I've seen other people have it and I want to see personally how did it work. And they gave me an increase out of nowhere. So definitely Michelin give increases, but it's really for those people that's trying to build credit. That's not just your, I want a $5,000 limit. That's not the card. That's not the card for that. Capital One, we talked about Capital One. All Capital One credit cards can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. Plus, Capital One give increases. I don't know about the Prosper credit card in terms of increases, but you can pre-qualify for that one. That card is more for like people that want to just build their credit. Same thing with Milestone, horrible annual fees. Indigo got horrible annual fees, but you can pre-qualify for it, which is why it's on the list. Capital One again. And some of the Capital One credit cards have a 0% APR for 15 months for purchases and balance transfers. So check those out for those people that have a balance on your credit cards. If you have a balance and you're like, dang, Rickita, you're right, I do need to pay my credit cards down. Try to see if you can get approved for like a Capital One credit card want to have like the 0% APR for 15 months for purchase and balance transfers, and transfer that balance over, so at least you can stop paying interest on those other credit cards that you have. And then everything that their minimum payments that you was paying on all your other credit cards, make sure you continue to pay that on these credit cards, and that's going to help you guys out a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of credit cards on here that you guys can check out. If these credit cards and I give you increases, you guys, you have to move on, like for real. You can't be too attached to them. You have to move on. I remember being like that too with credit cards, where I want to be, loyal to certain credit cards, or I wanted only a certain credit card. And then I started just seeing what credit card will give you, which credit card will give me some credit. And then I went with those credit cards and waited till my credit built up some more. And then I went again and got even more credit cards. So again, here's that Lowe's I was telling you all about. So this can be great for utilization for those people that have utilization problems too. It's through Synchrony Bank. Synchrony Bank is going to pull a TransUnion, but I think they'll be open to give you increases also. So definitely have like a Lowe's or Home Depot card, because those cards, if anything else, if you don't shop there that much, at least they'll give you increases. Plus, if you don't shop there that much, you can always use your Lowe's credit cards to buy gift cards. And if you spend more than $300, you guys will have the 6 months of no interest. So you can at least do that. You can buy all types of gift cards there. So definitely check that out. If you guys like, well, I don't use that card, use it to help with your high utilization. But again, look, we're keep going through all these cards. GM Rewards, they're like connected, same thing with Apple. They do give increases, so definitely check them out. But my GM Rewards, when I asked them for an increase before, they told me that they could not give me an increase because of the amount that I've been paying. I only been paying a minimum amount on my credit card. And you're right, I've been paying a minimum amount because I have a 0% APR. So just keep that in mind. I believe they'll be giving out those increases if you make sure that you keep the balance low on your credit card. I think that they won't have a problem giving you an increase on it. And it's an easy approval if you ask me. So you might want to try to see if you can get that. Care Credit, it can be a great one for utilization. Home Depot card, we just talked about that. But just go down a list and check out all of these credit cards, you all. But keep in mind too that you have to make sure that your utilization is low. And if you have negative accounts too, you still got a bankruptcy on your account, you still got some charge-offs, collections, go to my website, Rickita.com, and click right here and get your free dispute letters and credit card lists. These free dispute letters actually work to help remove accounts from your credit reports. So make sure you guys use the free dispute letters and schedule a call if you have any questions for me, because I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. But don't be stuck with these accounts. Please don't. I'll see you guys in the next video.